Facebook family and friends, how y'all doing? I'm back with y'all with another episode. It took me a minute, man, to get back with y'all because some things been going on. But through these difficult situations, man, I'm pressing through because I know God got me, right? First, I want to say, man, thank y'all for tuning in. Anything that I say that can encourage you, man, to help you through your daily situations, man, I always give God the credit, man. He the one to give me the strength that I know that He know that I need to push through. So, man, I'm using the same energy, man, that He give me to get it y'all, right? Man, let's get with it. So, after I did the first video, it took me a while to figure out how to put the links in the description, but I did. With this one, I think I just added it to my I've added it to my channel description. So I got to keep putting it in my different videos. So I have some various links in the channel description. Hey, man, y'all go to it, man. You feel free to go through, look at stuff that I got going on. Again, we can use that as content. But right now, man, I had a couple people that reached out to me and had some very good questions. So the first thing I want to start out with is, hold up. Y'all probably noticed, man, I changed locations. The first time I did it, man, I was at my home in my little office where I do my Bible studies at. But this time I got shop set up at studio. Man, it's Studio 64. This is my booth. I'm just an apprentice, man, but God blessed me to have my own booth. Man, so school is officially in session. Tune in. So somebody reached out to me, man, and they said, man, how hard was it to transition, right? So the first topic I want to speak on is probably reentry. Leaving prison, coming home, and the difficulties, right? People think it's easy. I don't care if you did 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 15, or 26 like me. Leaving prison, coming to society, you have a lot of responsibilities that you have to learn in a short period of time, right? So I was asked, man, what was the most important thing that I think somebody should need coming home, right? As always, my first answer to everything gonna be God. You know what I'm saying? So I told him, hey, man, before I even left prison, hey, man, I had to accept Jesus Christ into my life to give me a foundation. Hello, Moto. Hey, baby. Hey, man, I'm finna put you on speakerphone. I'm sitting here, man, with my iPad, record another video for YouTube. You called, man, so you're gonna be on speakerphone with me. You hear me? Okay, girl, what you up to right now? DoorDashing. Okay, amen. So, man, my wife was blessed to have a warehouse job with one of her best friends. Unfortunately, due to certain circumstances, the warehouse thing is kind of like dying down. They're losing contracts, so it's not what it used to be, man. So instead of my wife getting discouraged, man, she started reaching out to other employment just to keep things going until we figure something else out, man. But she's currently on the road here in Tyler, Texas, man, doing DoorDash. Shout out to my wife, Amanda Barlow. I'm saying, what's up, girl? How you doing? I'm doing good. Okay. Busy today. Okay. So question real quick, man. So the first point that I hit on was re-entry, right? Because as people ask me, man, how difficult is it to come back home and adjust? So I was going to break down the importance of what I thought people needed coming home. And as always, the first thing I touched on was, hey, man, God got to be your foundation. So I told him before I even left prison, I'd accept Jesus Christ into my life to give me something to stand on, right? But outside of God being the bottom denominator, I was fit to touch on the most important thing that I feel like somebody need coming home is residence. Where are you going to live when you leave prison? Because actually what prison is penal institution. So I was in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice Institutional Division. So what parole really is, man, is they granting you parole to be transferred from the institutional division to the parole division. And what the parole division is, man, you still incarcerated, man. You still a convicted felon. It's just you now in your home instead of a cell. So you just less supervision, right? You still incarcerated, man. You still got somebody coming to your house checking on you, making sure that you're doing things according to their rules and regulations. They transfer you from the institutional division to the parole division. That didn't mean less supervision, right? Meaning they're no longer responsible for rolling doors for you, saying, "Hey, bad work call." Now you have to have the responsible. Now you have to be responsible enough to get up, be ready, get in that car, man, and go to work, make it happen. But baby, what do you think the most important thing is somebody need leaving prison?
Well, first and foremost, it's always going to be God, because He's going to guide your way.
Okay.
But you do need a firm foundation with the Lord, and then you need to take steps for housing. You need to take steps with employment, and there are jobs everywhere, doing everything. You might not like it, but you'll build up to something that you do like. Okay. You have to give everything at least a chance, and work like you're working for the Lord.
Okay. Sound solid advice. So I'm gonna piggyback off what she said, right? So me and her made the same decision leaving prison. We left prison, and we made a decision to go to a halfway house, right? Now, I ain't gonna say my decision is meant for everybody. People got family that's got things waiting on them. Some people don't want to go to a halfway house, man. They want to come out here and start from scratch. But I made a decision to leave prison, go to a halfway house, and like I mentioned in my first episode, so I have somewhere so I can sit down and the space I needed to continue to study God's word, right? And I was surrounded by men and women, facilitators, the teachers, man, a good place to live and sit down as you study God's word. You can learn how to implement it in your everyday life, right? So the first thing I would say, man, you need somewhere to go. Where are you going when you leave prison? Have you reached out to family? Have you tried to find halfway houses? But the most important thing, man, leaving the Texas Department of Criminal Justice Institutional Division, being transferred to the Parole Division, is where you're going to stay. Where you going to stay?
I think one good thing, though, about the halfway house, it gets you in a schedule. You get up, you do devotion, you go to school or search for a job, but there's a routine in your everyday life, and I think that it is very important to learn to do your devotion first and foremost at the beginning of every day.
Right.
Because if you just get out of prison, because I've gotten out of prison twice, and one time, I just tried to jump back in the world, and it ate me back up. So I think that sitting down somewhere and just allowing yourself the time to look for a job, the time to build your relationship with the Lord, the time to look for residence, that's a good thing about a halfway house, because it allows you to do that. And that decision is not for everybody. I understand that, but it was a good choice for both of us.
That's right. So again, man, what's the first thing that I would recommend people to do, man, before you even leave prison? Have a game plan where you're going to go. Family, friends, probably got somebody set up, but there are hundreds, thousands of men and women being released from prison yearly. And what we're going home to. Most important thing, man, is providing parole with documentation that you have somewhere to go, even if it's halfway house. But knowing where you're going to go, supplying in with that information that you have somewhere to go, it allows them to say, yes, we can transfer you from this division to this division. So, episode 2, man, most important thing leaving prison, I would say, where you going to go, right? Yes, we can speak on employment and other things, and we can do that in later episodes. I'm going to add a photo of me before I went to prison, and I'm going to add another photo of me when I finally came home from prison. But before I close out, man, I want to give a special shout out, man, to my father. I touched on him a little bit in my last episode. 26 Titan Prison. He was there for me throughout the whole prison sentence. The halfway house that I went to was called Calvary Commission in Lindale, Texas. I had to take a Greyhound from the prison to Tyler, Texas. Man, it took 24 hours, bro. 24 hours of changing buses to finally get to Tyler. And as you know, man, Tyler is right by Lindale, right? But my father made it his business to come to Tyler and pick me up, man. And we went from there to get breakfast together, man, discussing life. And then he took me to Calvary Commission and dropped me off. And that's where my education and all my free world started. But I am going to add a picture. Y'all see me, man, before I went to prison, a picture after I left prison. Man, but again, special shout out to my father, man, Rob Barlow, man, who's been a major figure in my life, man. And as a youth, I just didn't recognize that. I couldn't see it. You know, my eyes was on the streets. What can I do, despite what he was trying to tell me at home. So, Pops, man, I love you, man. Thank you for being in my life, my whole life. You've always given me an example of what a father's supposed to be. You've always given me an example of what a man's supposed to be. And now, as a man of God myself, you give me an example, man, of what a man of God is supposed to be. I love you, man.
We love you, Pops.
Say it again, baby.
I said, we love you, Pops.
Hey, man, we love you, man. So, man, I'm going to wrap this one up, man. And as always, man, I love y'all. Stay focused. I always keep God first. And I'm going to keep trying to supply y'all with some relevant information.